I think skiing has become way more for everyone than I've led myself to believe lately. I just woke up thinking this sport is pretty soon it's there's no one that's gonna not like it. And I don't mean in a purely realistic way, it's more for everyone. Uh think about it. The industry's facing very real pricing inclusivity issues, and it kind of always has, but now it's like a conscious thing, and people talk about it. It's not stigma anymore. And I mean in the context of experience, it's becoming a a much easier, a much more palatable experience in general. You no longer have to be all that interested in sliding on snow to enjoy a day, a week, or even a life on or around a ski hill, with all the amenities popping up in the resorts and just the beginner experience starting to really optimize. Like, it's been optimizing for a while, but it's crazy what it's coming to. And you extrapolate the changes to what it's going to probably look like in 10 years, and it's unrecognizable from 10 years ago. And skiing's always had a huge retention issue because it's so hardcore, and we've gotten a good helping hand from snowboarding on this front. And a shifting first timer attitude is changing the issue as we're trying to adapt to it, as ski schools are adapting to it, and as instructors are focusing their training to make sure they can provide the lesson to the new customer, the 21st century digital age customer. And instructors are doing more than ever to facilitate a lasting emotional connection between first timers and the all American ski resort experience. And that's really good. And it's been a long time coming. It's people have been working towards it for a long time, but now it's getting to a point where you get first and second year instructors personalizing lessons in for a broad definition of success in a class, or mostly with kids. And and I say the all American ski resort experience because, yeah, I mean, well, yeah, okay, we so the Alps, the French, the European Alps get all this mystique and have this massive reputation. Yeah, because, like, in general, you have these bigger massifs, like you have these areas with bigger mountains in general. Uh, yeah, but really, I think we can change that. I think American skiing can rival in mystique that stuff. But we're not always gonna get the vista. We're never gonna get the vertical, the vistas, the huge panoramic views with the jagged edges 360 degrees around. But we don't need that. We don't need all of that. We can do with 90 degrees panorama. That's already good. Anyway, this whole versatile teaching system, okay? Thanks to the geezers. The geezers have been focused on this for pretty much the whole time since Hans Schneider, Otto Lang type shit. These guys, it was is all about developing pedagogy, getting people the progressions that actually works for them, and we've been able to focus on that. And then so now with the 21st century instructor focusing on lesson personalization, and now it's all coming together. The Renaissance is here. The Renaissance is here, and the American ski school has taken emotional connection to on mountain experience to a completely understated level. So yeah, in the last 5 years, we've been allowed to teach these crazy lessons like bird watching, tree climbing, treasure hunts, lift assisted downhill pedestrian expeditions, all in a ski lessons. Tell me what tree climbing has to do with skiing. I'll tell you. I got I got a I got an 8 hour progression for that, and you will learn something about skiing. And all of this all this to cater to who exactly? To a population that's been trying to adapt to social media, post-COVID life, the information age, and we're leveraging ski industry developments to help first timers approach skiing with their new attitude. And instead of only attracting people through macho peer pressure and trying to attract them, by telling their boyfriend that they can teach that they're the best coach in the world to get their girlfriends to buy a ticket or whatever, all of that. Now we're attracting them with plowed roads. What? That used to not really exist. Beginner lesson reduced pricing, like yeah, like discounts, packages, free rentals for your first lesson, stuff like that. We improved magic carpet experiences and teaching aids like SunKid infrastructure and multi-departmental coordination to create terrain-based learning programs. Like check out Aspen, check out SunKid, the Snowmass 7 to 14 program, terrain-based learning program is absolutely crazy what they do. They got like 4 departments coordinating on it. They got snowmaking, ski school, uh, yeah, like mountain ops, probably some kind of mountain ops. I don't know, lifties have too much of a role in it, and then grooming. So like, there's at least 3 departments working on one feature in the beginner area, and that's, I mean, Snowmass is kind of they are the tip of the spear when it comes to that stuff, but it spreads. It always does, and this is not. I mean, the level that it's reached now is new. It always will be, but like the core beliefs in ski schools and other departments that have kind of put the bricks down, like to provide broad mountain experiences that cater to a wide range of skiers and snowboarders, is all through lessons thanks to people who have these life jobs like park rangers, teachers, public servants, and people from, yeah, like, I don't know, like the jobs that you think like, oh, that's life. It's so stupid, but yeah, that's like, these people, they go work for ski schools, and then they take this really good teaching system and they're like, oh yeah, I know what to do with that because it's so robust and versatile, and they slap it onto a kid and it just works because they pour their heart into it, and it's really cool. So that, like, these real people, and now they're like even realer because ski schools are getting more diverse, and the customers as well, and it just helps this it helps the ski industry adapt to this changing consumer, this information age consumer. And the casual leisure attitude is absolutely booming in America. People are willing to try something once, knowing they're never going to do it again, and they do it to get a picture out of it, to feel like they got to experience what it's like to be good at the thing, and to create a memory they can share. And instructors understand this assignment. I think everyone does. Like I bet you could find the 80-year-old instructor who understands this. This is this is stuff everyone's adapted to really well. I mean, I can think of a trainer who probably skipped that lesson, but yeah, like, for the most part, people are killing it. And yeah, so surprising thing is, yeah, that's the surprising thing is skiing is one of the more hardcore, expensive sports you can really get into. Where and it's right now, it's in a world where people need faster and faster instant gratification. Uh, you get that from what, roller coasters, gaming, wave pools, drinking in the Bahamas. That's instant gratification for 21st century tourists. And ski school experiences are like, yeah, we can compete with that. And they're adapting skiing to make people feel competent in an extremely short amount of time. I mean, just look at maybe, I don't know, 15 years ago, uphill conveyors like the Sun Kid conveyors, and a lot of people probably had homemade ones. But these uphill conveyors were probably rare state-of-the-art contraptions, and now every mom and pop hill has at least one, and all the larger resorts in America have 5 or 6 of them. Uh, I don't know if I'm exaggerating when I say 5 or 6 per base area. I probably am, like 5 or 6 total. Like it's a lot. That's a lot of terrain accessible for the first timer and the only timer. We're adapting the industry to the only timer, and we're telling them, hey, if you don't, we want you to come back because we know you'll have fun. But if you don't, we know you'll bring 5 people. Next time you come here just to go to the spa and the bar and watch your kids ski, I bet we'll be able to sell skiing to your kids. So bring it on. And it won't be much longer until terrain-based learning matures to a point where you can just put anyone on skis for the very first time and send them down a massive, gentle cat track luge track with berms to turn them and a flat run out to stop them. And you're just like tubing, basically tubing on skis. It's only a matter of time. I mean, 15 years ago, uphill conveyors were state of the art. Like just extrapolate this kind of development, this like this lesson personalization, fun facilitator role, enlightenment renaissance, and all the terrain and the interdepartmental coordination. That this is stuff that's all trending, massive trending among ski resort staff, and these people now with the resort finally, big resorts are really scaled to a point where employees can have their own specialized job and get really good at it. So guest services can solve literally any guest service problem. Ski instructors can solve any ski school problem. Their leadership uh, does their jobs respective. They can focus on the employees if that's what they do. They can focus on solving special problems. People are way more focused in their jobs, and it's making these drastic improvements in the customer experience. When the job is the tourist coming in, then that just it blows people's minds, and people love it. And people want easy. They want easy. They want to go to the Bahamas and drink. 80% of them are overweight, and nothing's stopping them. They're still coming to ski because they see what we have to offer. And besides that, there's no better time to be a snow sports instructor. Skiing in general in the communities brought together around the mountains where there's mostly chairlifts, provide an environment for professional and personal development that kind of rivals cities. I don't want to be so pompous that I think mountains are better and the people in mountains are smarter and more enlightened and more open-minded. But just the fact that, it's a community with not as many people or amenities can come close, and I think it's like a tie, is pretty cool. It's pretty nice. It says a lot about this whole thing that is being built in the mountains in America, and the American teaching system is ready to be used to its full potential against the guests of the information age, or rather to enhance their experience. Like this thing packs a punch. So if you're in a different organization, a different country, if you're in Australia, Canada, Japan, Europe, with thanks to Interski, you'll have a lot of this stuff in there. But dude, check it out. Like, I should actually go buy the French manual and see. But I guess one of them. There's probably many. I think there's something about this. There's something about this, and this terrain-based learning thing is not going away anytime soon. If you are a snow sports instructor and you know how to drive a cat, and you can work from 4 p.m. to midnight, you are gonna have a job the next few years. You're gonna get some overtime because once this whole terrain-based learning program hits interdepartmental communication levels and consistent implementation levels in medium resorts, that's like the other half or the other third of all resorts out there. All right, I'd say it's probably a quarter because like most of them are mom and pop. So it's happening. It's happening, and skiing is more for everyone than it ever has been. Despite people needing skiing to be more like them, they need an emotional connection faster, and this hardcore, expensive, brutal, cold, stressful vacation. You can't even call it a vacation. It's so stressful. There's driving in the snow. It's cold. You're coming from a city where it's probably raining and cold or snowing and cold, and you go to this small town with nothing, and it's still cold, and all you want to do is go to the Bahamas, and you say fuck it, we're going to the mountains anyway, and then they like it somehow. I I think that this is good news. It's good news. So yeah. So yeah, it's good news. Lots of good news.